This my vice and I could do what I want to. I could do what I want to. This my life and I could do what I want to. Yeah, yeah. I make time for the things I like.
What's poppin', MC again? Here's Michaela coming. I am back with another video. By the title of the video, you know, go down, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I know I'm not really giving my full energy like I normally would in a lot of my videos, but you know, today is a very important video and I just feel as though I need to be serious. So, in order for you guys to be taking me serious, I have to be serious for you guys. That's what I'm doing. But I just want to just talk about a few things. I made a few posts last night, really over the past week, especially the last couple of days, over social media with everything that's going on between the pandemic and the police brutality and white supremacists, everything, the whole 9 yards. It's just, it's a lot. Excuse me, disclaimer, you guys, I'm going to try not to cry during this entire video, but if I get emotional, please do not shoot me for that, because like, I'm literally human and I just have a lot of emotions about this whole situation, and I have been crying. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Last night I couldn't even sleep. I literally went to sleep at like 5:30 in the morning because it was on my mind, and it's still on my mind now, so I feel like it's a good way to talk to you guys about it. Okay. Alright, so to make sure that I don't lose track like of my thoughts, I pretty much wrote down my thoughts on my phone. So like things that I want to address or talk about, so that I can make sure I get everything off my chest, because the girl got a lot to say, honey. Okay, so let's pull up the notes. Okay, first, before we move on, I'm going to say a prayer. If you're not religious, then it's okay, because I just feel like the power of prayer is real, y'all, and with everything going on, I just feel like we need to just pray. That's really what we need. Yes, we need to come together and, you know, stand up for what we believe in, but we also need to have God behind us, you know, make sure that you're praying so that he can continue to protect you, because even when you feel like God is not there, he's there, you guys. So we're going to pray real quick. I'm not going to be too long because I don't want this to be a long video, but I also want to get everything that I need to say. Okay, so bow your head, you guys. I'll wait. Alright. Lord, in the name of Jesus, I come to you right now, and I'm asking you to protect the black people in this country. Lord, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for me and my family and the people around this world. And during this pandemic, it is a lot going on, but Lord, I ask you to please protect us with the biggest issue that we've been facing for all this time, which is Black Lives Matter. Lord, we know that everybody bleeds the same blood, and we are beautiful inside and out despite the color of our skin. But I ask that this message that I'm going to be reaching out to people, that I ask that people move forward in a peaceful way, and I hope that I can impact someone in a positive way. And Lord, I ask that the person that's on the other line of this camera, and I ask that you protect them and their family, whatever they're going through, despite what's going on in this world. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen, you guys. Alright, so the first thing is, let's see. Literally, y'all, I have my thoughts. Okay. Voting. I want to talk about voting. Alright. So my thing with voting is, I just feel like we're doing all of these things that's going on in this country, but y'all know that the president's election will be in November of this year, and I just think it's important that we need to go out and vote as black people. It's a lot that goes on with voting. I definitely talk to other people on why they choose not to vote, and I understand it, but I also feel as though we can't give up, people. We can't. You know, I'm not even gonna say people of color because we're black. Okay, we're not even black. Like my mama always says, we're brown and beautiful. Okay? So I feel like we got to, in order for people that are in the political field, you got all these politicians, you need to make sure that you vote for who you want to be in office. Do not allow the people that have so much to say about our race, specifically the minority. You need to step up. Go vote. You know, everybody always says, well, what if our vote doesn't count? It counts. Because when you go to the polls and you say, okay, I want to do this, it counts. You know, I remember the first time I went to vote. It wasn't for the presidential election because I wasn't old enough. When Trump first got elected, I wasn't old enough to vote. But I do remember, the way it happened, I had just turned 18. I was turning 18 like the couple months later. So, but what I'm trying to say is, you have to use your voice. You have to say, okay, I want to go vote. And I remember when I went to vote, I was kind of nervous because I was like, what if my vote doesn't count? And even though it wasn't like a big statewide election or a worldwide election, it was a local election. And I feel like it's still important, whether it's locally, whether it's in your state, whether it's the United States, you know, where you got people at the White House. You still need to vote, because at the end of the day, when it comes to the federal government and when it comes to the state government, those are the people that are going to be representing us. Those are people that are supposed to protect us. So it's very important to vote. That's one thing I gotta say. I just think, okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all some of the things that I've been hearing. I know people talk about the electoral college. Like, for example, the state of Georgia is a Republican state. I feel as though that we can turn Georgia blue. I highly feel as though we can turn Georgia blue, because Atlanta, the city of Atlanta, is literally the most, they basically take most of the vote. If you want to be technical, there's a lot of black people. The people that are in Atlanta as a whole could really turn Georgia blue. But I think that the reason why we're kind of like, is because we're scared, we're frustrated, we're feeling like, okay, our vote's not counted. So a lot of people don't vote anymore. But y'all, Obama became one of the best presidents that I know, and I am so glad that I got to witness that. I've actually met Obama once when he came down here, like campaigning when he first ran. But the principle is, this is our history. Our ancestors lived through their history to make sure that we get to where we are now. So we have to continue the history, continue the legacy, and move forward. So even if you don't feel like your vote doesn't count, sitting at home and not voting at all really makes it worse. But if you actually try, then it makes a difference. Because you never know, you guys. So that's all I'm gonna say about voting. You know, I'm a very reasonable person. So if you feel like what I'm saying is different throughout this video, please let me know, because I just want to hear your opinion. Because everybody, here's the thing, what I said on Twitter, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. What I said was along the line, we're all entitled to have our own opinion when it comes to these situations, but at the end of the day, we're all trying to get the same thing. We're all trying to have the same outcome. When it comes to this police brutality and how we are supposed to protest, we may want to protest differently, but at the end of the day, we all have the same purpose of what we're trying to get the people to understand. So again, you have to be able Just because someone else said, oh, we should do it this way, doesn't mean that they're wrong. You have to be reasonable with somebody to understand where they're actually coming from and then go forward. But at the end of the day, everybody has the same purpose. So that's one thing I'm going to say about that, and we're going to move forward. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the reason why this whole video, this whole police brutality even came about. I'm trying not to cry because I just feel like I'm about to cry. All of this came about because recently a black man named George Floyd was murdered by a white police officer. Not one, not two, not three, but four of them just act like it didn't even happen. Three of them were on him while the one officer had his knee on his neck where the man could not breathe. And then the other one was just standing there. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something, and you can ask mama for this. Every time I see a black person getting pulled over, I always tell, if I'm with somebody, I always say slow down, because I want to make sure that my people are okay. I would never drive by and then just sit there and let somebody just die, literally. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Period. And so I feel as though in that situation with George Floyd, that officer murdered him. And then some people were talking about like, well, what about the other officer? They stood there and watched so they can get charged too. And I said what I said because it's like, you are a cop. You are supposed to protect the people of your city, let alone the people of your country. And you took an oath, and then you're going to tell me you're not going to save us? If I say I cannot breathe, you're still going to hold your knee for 3 minutes while I'm unconscious? Please tell me how that works. I just don't understand how that works. If someone is literally unconscious for 3 minutes, that is 3 minutes that you could have called the ambulance. First off, you don't need to have your knee on somebody's neck for 8 minutes, 8 or 9 minutes. You don't. It's pointless, literally. And it wasn't like he was resisting the arrest. He was doing what the people wanted him to do, and they still murdered him. For what? So, I just, and then you go back to when Breonna Taylor died. That was wrong, because it's like, I could be at home, in my house, in my space, and the police can literally bust my doors open without a warrant and say that's okay. And then somebody in my house could just say, okay, well, someone's gonna break in, what's going on? Let's say my brother was in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of carrying? What is the point of being able to carry and then you still gonna shoot the girl that I'm with? Like, come on now. That's just crazy. Like, the fact that her boyfriend was trying to protect her and then they end up killing her. You do not have to you can just take one bullet, but at the end of the day, the gun should have never been used. But the fact that they could, I think it was like 8 bullets, I don't know, but that was ridiculous. Like, you didn't have to do that. That was an innocent black woman that had her whole life ahead of her, and they killed her in her own home, looking for someone else, and it was even the wrong house. Like, it's just crazy. So that's another person. And then the last person, since I'm in the state of Georgia, is Ahmaud Arbery. Now, I live about 2 hours from Brunswick, so I feel like I've been to Brunswick when I had to like go somewhere else for a meeting or something. But my point is, Ahmaud Arbery was literally walking in the neighborhood, and two white supremacists decide to follow him and murder him. Murder. They shot him. For what? Because he's black? For what? Because you see a black man walking in a neighborhood? I don't get it. When, please let me know, when was it wrong for you to not be able to walk in a neighborhood? That's like me saying, okay, I'm gonna go walk in my neighborhood. You mean to tell me by myself walking in my neighborhood where my home is at? You mean to tell me I have a 50% chance of getting shot by a white person? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, are you serious? I just can't believe it. So, yeah, that was wrong. But those three people that I've called aren't really what started it. There are numerous people around this world, this country, who have died to police brutality, to white supremacy, that we need to continue to call their name, you guys. We need to. Because I remember when Trayvon Martin died, and it was just like, oh my God. Like, it was terrible. I remember watching the trial and everything. I'm trying not to cry, you guys. Please. But it's just like, when is enough is enough? Like, I just don't know. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand how people can continue to live like this. And I feel like it took Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd, in literally 3 months, all this has been happening. While we're in the middle of a global pandemic that is killing mostly African Americans. But it's like we have to go out here to make a stand, to make our mark, because people decide, oh, they just want to kill us because of the color of our skin. Why is that? Like, that's just so wrong. But I'm trying not to cry because I just knew this was gonna happen. But like, I'm really upset right now, y'all, and I'm just trying not to like. But there's so many people that are out there who have died from police brutality, and this has to stop. Okay, so my next thought that I would like to address is Donald Trump. That's y'all's president. That's not my president, and I said what I said. But I'm gonna tell y'all what he said that I didn't like. And if you don't agree with me, oh well, because you know, last time I said this is a free country where we have freedom of speech, so I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Alright, so he said, I can't stand back and watch this happen to a great American city, Minneapolis. A total lack of leadership. Either the very weak radical left mayor, Jacob Frey, get his act together and bring the city under control, or I will send in the National Guard and get the job done right. Then he said, next, this right here is what got me. The thugs. Let me say this again. The thugs are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd, and I won't let this happen. Just spoke to the governor, Tim Walz, and told him that the military is with him all the way. Any difficulty and we will assume control, but when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Thank you. Hold on. Wait. Did y'all president just call us thugs? And then he said, when the looting starts, the shooting starts? Okay. First off, let me just say this. I'm gonna say this. Brown people, African American, black people, the people of color, whatever you wanna say, melanin, sugar and spice, we are not thugs. We are people actually out here doing very well. We got black businesses businesses out here. We have people really doing very well. And then you gonna have the audacity to call a thug? Are you serious? Are you serious? Thug. This, man, listen. Let me tell you, I'm going to do something real quick. Hold on, I'm getting my phone ready. And I want y'all to tell me what your thoughts. So here's the definition of a thug. A violent person, especially a criminal. Okay. How are we thugs if we're out here protesting that you need to stop killing us? How does that make us thugs? Huh? We're not making, this is not a crime. It's not a crime to use freedom of speech. Last time I checked, you are allowed to protest because that is freedom of speech. Look it up in the amendment. Donald Trump, you are the president of the United States and you're calling us thugs because we're out here protesting for what's right. That's one thing. Now, I'm going to put the definition in this video so then y'all can see it. Alright? Now, the next thing he said was looting. Okay, looting means you basically steal goods from a place, typically during a war or a riot. Okay, so I'm gonna get into this. It's okay to loot, but I feel as though you need to do it the right way. Don't listen. Do not tear up things that does not have a purpose or a value. Like the people in Atlanta, when they messed up the whole scene, I'm glad they didn't actually, I don't know what else they did, but I know they messed with the signs and stuff, but that was wrong. How you gonna, listen y'all, I know we're angry. I know we're frustrated. I know we're just so mad to the point that we're ready to cuss everyone out in the whole room. But listen, damaging CNN is not what you need to be doing. Y'all need to be doing is damaging Fox. I'm not encouraging looting because I just feel like that's not the right way to do it. Alright, sorry you guys, my phone rang. I don't remember the last thing. I think I was talking about looting. Oh, what I was saying is don't mess up CNN. Like, do y'all realize, I think it was, what, yesterday morning, and they arrested a black CNN news reporter that's reporting in Minneapolis, I believe. They're the ones that are trying to make sure that what's going on in this country is being heard so that people can see what's going on. So we don't need to bash CNN. I just think that I understand our frustration, but that is not going to help bring awareness by doing that. But yeah, Fox Atlanta, well, I wouldn't say Fox Atlanta, but I would say Fox in general is a very racist network. They always cover the bad of black people. They don't ever be positive. That's why I don't watch Fox. But if I really don't watch news networks like that anyway. But if I do, it's CNN. Cause I like Don Lemon, cause he be spitting some stuff. Okay. I do not know how to say his name. Cuomo, something like that. I don't know how to say his name, but I like him. Andrew Cuomo, I think that's, I don't know if that's his brother. I don't know, but I like them. And then I also like Rachel Maddow, but I haven't watched her in a minute. But yeah. So we're gonna move forward. Also, we need to talk about our history. Okay, what I was trying to say, we gotta think about all these people like MLK, Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman. Like, all these people made history. You know, they impacted our country. They impacted the South, really. You know, slavery. It's just a lot, you guys, and you know, I think it's important. You have a little bit from women and men perspective, and you have both men and women fighting to make sure that where we are today is safe. But hey, guess what? Years later, we're still dealing with the things that happened years ago. Now, what I'm about to say, I don't wish death on anybody, but it's like, I just feel like I just cannot wait till the older generations of white people just die off. Because it's like, this new generation, we don't have that much hate. You know, I was raised to love all colors. Whether you're white, you are Asian, Hispanic. Like, I was born to love everyone. And I just feel like in my generation, we think differently. But in the older generation, I'm gonna need y'all to go. Because this right here, it ain't working for me. At all. Kids are not born with hate. We're born with love. You are taught hate. So all these people, that man that put his knee on George Floyd, he was taught that. He was not born with that much hate. He was taught. Okay? Literally, it was just, oh my god, it's just like, everybody is like, okay, well, but anyway, y'all, that man was taught that. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is peaceful protest. Alright, so, and like rioting and all of this. So, I feel like we do need to protest just because, like, that's the only way your voice can really get heard, like, face to face. But that's not the only way that you can really reach out to people. I will say that. You can raise awareness on social media. You can, you know, help people, you know, through donations, signing petitions, and things like that if you choose not to protest. But to just sit there and do absolutely nothing without even saying a word or two, you're part of the problem. If you just sit there and say, oh, that man was not murdered, you're part of the problem. If you sit there and say Breonna's life didn't matter, you're part of the problem. If you sit there and say, oh, it's okay, he was just running in the neighborhood because he's black, then you're part of the problem. It's not okay. If you say, oh, it's okay for Trayvon to get shot because he was just walking from a corner store to his back home, then you are the problem. Okay? But as far as like peaceful protest, I just think that, like today in my hometown, I went to go get something to eat, and I was driving, and they were protesting outside of Checkers and Warner Robins, and honestly, I was just so happy, y'all. Like I was so happy just because it's like, it was young people, you guys. It was people my age just out there peacefully protesting. And literally while I was driving by, you know, I was trying to, you know, get their attention, but of course I'm driving, so I just honked my horn in my car and they all wait. And y'all, it's important. You know, my hometown is not a major city, but it's a city that black people can still get killed. So I feel like wherever you are, it doesn't matter if you are on a street corner, but to make your mark and protest peacefully that Black Lives Matter, then do it, you guys. Do it. Like I told my mom last night, I'm gonna tell you what I said to her. I said, what kind of person would I be? I do not want to die on this earth knowing that I did not at least try to help my people. What kind of person would I be? What kind of person would you be? So it's like when these type of things happen, help. It's okay to be scared, but do you know how many people are scared in Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, Cali, New York, that are out there protesting, putting their lives on the line to make sure that people hear us? It's okay. We're all scared. But, you know, in the meantime, I do plan to figure out a way that we can do a big peaceful protest here in my hometown, because I just can't sit here and watch. I just can't. Because I have a brother. I have a cousin. I have my sister. I have everyone, my uncles. Yes, we're specifically targeting the black male, but there's also black women out there dying. You have Breonna Taylor. You have Sandra Bland. All these women, they're dying. Because of what? Police brutality. This got to stop. Enough is enough. So as far as, like, you know, the rioting, I just think that like, you know, in Atlanta they basically like broke in like some places, and I know like there was a place in Dallas, but y'all, do not destroy a black business, because right now you're destroying your own culture. You're destroying people that have worked so hard to open their business, their black business. It is already hard enough for people to accept who we are. So to even have their own business as a black person, that is the worst thing you could do, is to tear down their building. Y'all have to think smart. Even somebody said, I love this, they were talking about Target, how Target got, you know, broken into, and it was looted and stuff like that. But the owner of Target wrote and said, it's okay. He told the people, he said, continue to protest because I stand by you. Now that is good. I'm not saying don't break anything. I'm not saying don't loot. But it's just, think about the black people that you're also hurting. Do not destroy what they've built. Because in Atlanta, that's one thing I love about Atlanta, is we're full of black successes. From everywhere. And it's amazing. It's so amazing to see how well our black culture is represented in the city of Atlanta. If you are in Georgia, everybody knows to go to Atlanta because of how much black success we have. Even after I graduate college, I plan to open my first location in Atlanta because I want to be one of those black entrepreneurs from Atlanta. So please, you guys, do not destroy what the history of Atlanta and what has been made for us, for black people. But still make your mark. Now, I do know, like, when they were protesting, I think it was Centennial. I don't know if it was Centennial. Or was it? I don't remember. But I do know the chief, I think it was the police chief, she was a white woman, and she basically, I love how she presented herself, because she literally, it's amazing. Like, she literally just walked through the crowd and just listened to people. And listened to all these frustrations, the hurt, the anger that my people had to say. And to see how much she had so much sympathy and was able to just say, okay, I hear you, that was a lot. because that broke I just broke into tears, you guys, because that's what we need. We need people to hear us. So, you know, moving forward, that is a start, but please, you guys, do the right thing. And it's all about protesting with a purpose. Stealing is not protesting with a purpose, you guys. Stealing a Gucci bag, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with Gucci, boo. But stealing a Gucci bag is not what George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and all these other people that have been murdered by white people want. That's not what it's for. We have to continue to remember their legacy the correct way, but also continue to make our mark so that people can hear us. So, don't do that, you guys. Remember to protest with a purpose, not with anger. Protest with a purpose. That's what makes a peaceful protest. Because it's like nothing in this world can make you feel or change how you feel about what's going on in this country. As long as you have that purpose, everything will be okay. And we can make our mark so that people can really hear us. So, that's what I have to say about the protesting and the rioting and all of that. And y'all, please be careful. Like my mom and I were talking about this last night. If I were to go protesting, she was saying if she were to go protesting, she would wear a vest and a mask. Not the mask like that we've been wearing for COVID-19. A mask because just in case they be throwing, cause y'all know they be throwing clear bomb. Yeah, that's unnecessary. But just, you know, if they do that, so you can protect yourself and still make your mark. So be safe out there, you guys. Oh, another thing I have, I'm literally almost done, you guys. Sorry. Another thing I have is slavery in the 21st century. Okay, so you're probably wondering, slavery in the 21st century, what does that mean? Okay, I'm going to come right back to you guys, but I'm about to go get Jordan and we're going to finish this video and stay tuned. Alright, you guys, so we're back. I got Jordan with me and he's going to give his birthday, and you know, he's my black cousin. So I'm going to use my voice as a black woman to speak up, okay? Alright, but what I was talking about before I had to go get him was slavery in the 21st century. I'm not saying we're in slavery in the 21st century literally. What I'm saying is, in the 21st century, we're still having to deal with what happened back in slavery years ago. So it's like when you talk about police brutality back in the day, it's still happening in the 21st century. Alright, so you guys, just because be positive throughout this whole situation is go listen to Queen Niger's song called More Love. Hold on, let me pull it up. Go listen to the song. Okay. Yeah, go listen to the song. It's by Queen Niger called More Love featuring Mod the God. And the reason I'm saying that is because if you listen to her song, she actually dropped this like a few months ago. And if you listen to her song, like, it's literally talking about what's going on in the world and things like that. What we need to be focused on. And yeah, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some of her lyrics, and I just want you guys to tell me what your thoughts are. Alright, it says, I had a dream I changed the world today. Black underprivileged writing, thinking what would Martin say. Especially in the day and age where people hide behind a page and say the type of thing that they say they won't say to no one face to face. Dream number 1, I pray no one using guns. Understand they for protection, but they taking mother's sons. Dream number 2, dreams in the ghetto coming true. Only way they think they getting out is shooting through a hoop, and that's not true. Junior's brother locked behind the wall. When we could have taught him more all. We gave them was a ball. So what I'm trying to say is, her whole song is literally talking about, you know, being black. And there's a verse in here about how, like, it says, too many mothers crying, too many brothers dying. We got the babies watching, look at all our sisters fighting. It's like, as black women, we're all about, you know, protecting you guys, the black men, and the, you know, out here. And then we're all about, you know, protecting the kids, because this is not something that anybody should go through. You mean, I mean, look at Kamir Rice. He was a little boy, a little black, brown boy who was murdered for no reason. That little boy had his whole life ahead of him, and that's wrong. Okay, so what's your take on that?
I want to say I be paying attention to that stuff, 'cause I don't even watch the news. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't even watch the news. I don't be keeping up with all these killings and stuff, because for one, that junk gonna affect me as a person in whole, and I just don't pay attention to that stuff. So when I hear about, like, the current George Floyd situation, I didn't know nothing about it until actually, what, a couple days ago, like, after this event happened. So I really, like, I don't be keeping up to date with all this stuff. Like, all these killings, I hear about it like months and weeks later. So for me to speak on that, I really don't have much to say. I don't like to hear about it as a whole, because it's just like, it's
scary.
It's scary, yeah. So I just don't.
And it's like, you don't even want to think about, oh wow, I could be in my car, get pulled over,
exactly,
and somebody gonna shoot me. Or I can walk in my neighborhood and then somebody gonna shoot me. Like, that nobody, and that's another thing, it's like, it's scary, but that's our reality.
It's reality.
And even though it's hard to deal with, we have to know what's going on, so that we can be aware, we can, you know, execute a plan to figure out what our purpose on what to do next. So yeah, we're literally about to wrap up this video, but the question I asked is, or not just me but other people ask, is, after you done looted everything, you literally done burned buildings, done broke into buildings, what now? Like, what's next? Where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can break a building so many times, but what is next? Like, do we continue to protest? But I like the fact that George Floyd, the police, got arrested. I don't care if he got arrested. All I care about is he getting charged. If he going to have to spend some time in jail. I don't care if he got arrested. They could have arrested that man to just protect him off the streets, because they know that people out there are looking for him for killing an innocent black man. I don't care if he's been arrested. I care if he's going to jail. Just like they arrested Jordan Zimmerman, took him to trial, and he didn't even serve not one time. So I don't care if he's been arrested. I want to know, what time is he going to serve? Period.
That's what kills me. It's like
people like, oh, I understand. I'm happy he's arrested. I'm glad. Okay, so then he can feel how we feel and rot in jail.
But they out here killing us, and it's like, these people ain't serving no time. Like, y'all arresting them, but you letting them go.
Right, that's wrong.
They don't.
You don't get. Oh, I'm getting so mad. I'm calm down. You do not get to put your knee on a black man for 8 minutes and kill him and then leave your knee on him for 3 minutes while he's unconscious. You don't get to do that. I want somebody to do that to you so that you can see how that man feels. He begged and said, I cannot breathe. He called his dead mother, y'all. Like, come on now. He's calling for his mother. And y'all still have your knee on him? You were there to serve and to protect them, not kill us. Oh, Jesus. Some of y'all need Jesus. Some of y'all out here acting like y'all are Christian, but that's not what God's work is. You don't do that. No. But anywho, that's all I have for this video. I'm going to edit it, and if I feel like I need to address some more issues, then I will. But do you have anything else to say? I'm gonna just pray for you. But
everything's just above.
For real, guys, just
stay prayed up, y'all. Hope for better days. I'm sorry, just all you can do.
I'm for real, like, I'm being very sentimental right now. Just be safe, y'all. Because I'm tired of crying, I'm tired of seeing all of this. But I love you guys. If no one told you this, I love you so much. Whether you white, you're black, you're Asian, Hispanic, I love you. Because at the end of the day, we all matter. But black people matter more. Okay? But this is your girl, Mikayla Camilla, and I will be back for another video. I love you guys, and peace again.